Okay. Any takers for starting us off?
I'll go.
I can read number one. Or you go number one and I'll go number two.
Okay, sounds good. What of the following statements is correct? And I picked A. The CPI can be used to compare dollar figures from the different points in time.
I got that the same as well.
Me too.
Yep.
Number two, the term inflation is used to describe a situation in which overall level of prices in the economy is increasing.
I got that too.
Me too.
Yes.
I can do 3.
Okay.
In the basket of goods that is used to compute the consumer index price, or price index, which of the following categories of consumer spending is the smallest? I put apparel.
I got that as well.
Yep.
Okay, I'll take 4. Changes in the quality of a good, and I chose D, can lead to either an increase or a decrease in the value of a dollar.
I got that as well.
Yep, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'll do 5. If the cost of food and beverages increases by 10%, then other things the same, the CPI is likely to increase by, and I put 10%. C.
And I got A.
I got a
I got A
1.5.
as well.
I also
Okay,
got
good.
You see why, Bob?
No. I was going to ask.
It's because the on the in the book where it shows the graph where it weights all the different portions of CPI, food and beverages is 15%. So 50% of 10% is 1.5%.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll go ahead and do 6. For an imaginary economy, the value of the consumer price index was 140 in 2013, and the inflation rate was 5.0% between 2013 and 2014. The consumer price index in 2014 was, and I got B, 147.
Same.
I got that as well.
Same here.
That's right.
Which of the following is correct formula for calculating the consumer price index? And out of the book, I got B.
Yeah.
That's what I got too.
Yep.
Okay.
I can do 8.
Okay.
Go.
So the table below shows the prices of baseballs and baseball bats for 3 years, assuming the typical consumer basket consists of 6 baseballs and 2 baseball bats. I put that the inflation rate was A, 10.3% in 2009 and 17.43% in 2010.
That's what I got.
I got the same.
Yep.
That's what I got.
Okay, I'll take 9. If the price index was 90 in year 1, 100 in year 2, and 95 in year 3, then the economy experienced, and I chose D, 11.1% inflation between years 1 and 2, and 5% deflation between years 2 and 3.
Yes, that's what I got also.
Me too.
Help me with that. I put B.
Okay, I can
Go for it, Mark.
pull something up real quick.
I wrote out part of my math, but I didn't write out all of my math.
Just get me started. I can figure it out. I just got to figure out what I did wrong.
So I put for the 11 point, while he's pulling that up, for the 11.1, I had the 100 years minus the 90 years divided by the 90, then multiply it by 100, and you get the 11.1 for the inflation.
Okay. Okay.
My Excel doesn't look near as pretty, but that's how I calculated my math, is on Excel formulas.
Yeah, it doesn't really explain it, but
Yeah.
Makes it a lot easier to just kind of plug and chug, type it in. So
yeah. So you take 90. What is it?
The 100 minus 90.
Yeah, the 100 minus 90, then divided by 100. times 100, right? Or
Divided by 90.
90, you're right. Right.
And that's that using that inflation formula.
Right. So
Thanks.
right. So if you take we plug it in 100 minus 90, 10, and then divided by 90 times 100.
Times 100?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe that's what I left out. Maybe I just did the minus and divide. I'll have to go back to my numbers. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, I'll do 10 if we're ready to go on.
Yeah.
Okay. Which of the following statements best represents economists' beliefs about the bias PI as a measure of the cost of living? And I put D.
I got the
Yep,
same.
that's what I got.
That's what I got.
Okay.
I can do 11. If the quality of a good deteriorates while its price remains the same, then the value of $1. And for 11, I got C, falls, and the cost of living increases.
That's what I got also.
Yep, me too.
Okay. I'll do 12. Which of the following is the most accurate statement? And I put B. In the 1970s, both the GDP deflator and the consumer price index showed high rates of inflation, and in the late 1980s, 90s, and 2000s, both measures showed low rates of inflation.
I think I got
Sorry,
that one right out of the book on page 225.
Sorry, what did you say, Christina? You said B?
B is in Bravo.
Okay, yeah, me too.
I can do 13.
Go for it.
The primary purpose of measuring the overall level of prices in the economy is to, and I put C, allow for the comparison of dollar figures from different points in time.
That's what I got.
Yeah, me too.
I got C as well.
Okay, I'll take 14. Megan's salary for 3 consecutive years, along with other values, are presented in the table below. Suppose the consumer price index for 2013 is not necessarily 235. If the nominal interest rate for 2013 is 7.3%, then the consumer price index for 2013 is in fact, and I chose C, 242.7.
I got that as well.
I did not. And I had a question mark by it, so I wasn't sure how I missed this or what I was doing weird. I ended up getting B. So, can you help me with that one, please?
Oh, didn't copy it all over.
Sure. You
Wow, that's
got
very good.
both your real and nominal interest rates. And so if you put those together, it gives you your inflation, which is 5.5.
Right.
And what you've got to do is you've got to take your inflation and you've got to multiply it by the CPI in 2012. Again to the CPI in 2012. And that'll give you your CPI for 2013.
So I did it up into the 5.5. And then you said you multiply it by the CPI of 2012?
Yes.
5.5 times.
And then add it again to the CPI of 2012. Add that answer to the CPI of 2012. And that should give you your CPI for 2013.
5.5 230 plus. And you guys got C on that one, right?
Yeah, I kind of wrote it out.
Perfect.
Oh, it didn't do this whole. Oh, there it goes.
Thank you. So, yeah, I got the 5.5.
Yeah, then you have to plug that into the inflation rate formula.
I think that's where I messed it. I like divided it or something. I did something weird with it. So you do the
Right. So you use the real interest equals nominal interest minus inflation rate to get your inflation rate.
and then it's the inflation rate number after that one. Okay.
Yeah. Then you plug that into the inflation rate calculation to get your year one or year two CPI.
That helps. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
And I know
Okay,
it's my
on
turn
15?
to do 15. I didn't get 15.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Okay, I can do 15.
Okay.
Will's expenditures on food for 3 consecutive years, along with other values, are presented in the table below. Suppose Will's 2009 food expenditures in 2011 dollars amount to $5,670. Then, and I chose B, the inflation rate in 2011 was 8%. And so the way I did it, let's see, what's that? So I took the amount today. I used that formula. Amount today dollars equals amount year T dollars. So the amount today
Right.
is $5,670.
Right.
And then you take the amount dollars for 2009, which is 5. So they basically give you the answer. The answer is 5,670, and the amount for year T is 5,000. Going off of the formula, the numbers in the table up here, and then so you're trying to find the what the consumer price index is for 2011.
Right.
The X. So you put that in over 160, which is the consumer price index for the price level year T. And so that gives you 181.44.
Yeah, see, that's
price index.
that's the part I got to. So I got the 181.44, and then I didn't know what to do with it after that. So
Okay,
then
put it into the then you figure out I just figured out the difference for the inflation rate.
okay.
So I took 181.44 minus 168 divided by 168 times 100, and that gives you 0.08 times 100, which equals 8.
So then we put it back into the inflation rate calculator. Right. Yeah. Okay. So I missed that on both of them. That's where I. Okay.
Yeah, I got a little confused myself. That makes more sense.
That was the only one out of any of them that I got to work and made sense. So I figured that was the answer.
Yeah. Like I said, I got to the 181, and I thought, well, that doesn't match anything. So.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And I see what I did wrong. That makes because it was given 2009 and 2011, I was trying to plug in 160 instead of 168.
Oh.
So,
Right.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, it took me a little bit to get it straight in my mind with 2009, 2011, and what was what. But when I realized that they actually gave you the answer, so I could put 5,670 in as the answer, then it clicked, I guess.
All right. I'll do 16 if we're ready.
Yep.
Okay. If the CPI was 95 in 1955 and is 475 today, then $100 today purchases the same amount of goods and services as B, $20 purchased in 1955.
I got the same.
Same.
Yep, me too.
I can do 17.
Okay.
You know that a candy bar cost 5 cents in 1962. You also know that the CPI for 1962 and the CPI for today. Which of the following would you use to compute the price of the candy bar in today's prices? I put C.
That's what I got.
Me too.
Yep.
Awesome.
I can do 18.
Okay.
And I didn't get this one. So.
Let's see. Those expenditures on food for 3 consecutive years, along with other values, are presented in the table. All right. To the nearest dollar, Will's 2010 food expenditure in 2009 dollars amounts to, and I put A.
I got C on that one.
I got C.
I got nothing.
Okay.
This is how I did it.
So the 2009 dollars equals $10,000 times the price of the price. So $2,009 is X equals.
How did you do it, Bob?
Well, I did basically I used kind of the same formula that we just talked about in 17, and so I took my $5,000 and I times, and then I divided the one 2010 CPI from the 2009.
So you used the $5,000 instead of
Around
50.
2009 and 2010.
I think that was my problem too. Was
What'd
I
you say?
the 500 or the 5,000?
So when you did that, Bob, you got the 5,236.
No, it was had to round down because it was. I probably should have rounded up, and I would have wound up with C. What did I get? It's on my computer, and I'm not by my computer. I think I got I want to say I got 5,200 or something like that. Or I don't remember exactly what I got. Hang on, let me see if it's still up.
You take. So
Let's
you
shut
did
it down.
You did 5,000 times 168 divided by 160. 5250. 5250. That's probably what you got.
Yes, that's right.
So you're trying to convert the 2010 food expenditures to $2,009, right?
Right.
So you're looking for $2,009. That's why I put that on that side of the S for X.
Okay.
And then using the $2,010,
Which we have.
which we have, yeah.
Okay. Over the price index of 9 and 10.
You kind of have to do it backwards because instead of converting, like in the book for Babe Ruth for his salary, they did converting
Right.
an older one to a newer one, but in this case, we're converting a more current one to an older one. So you kind of have to do it backwards. I don't know. Jordan, do you have a way to explain it?
I don't.
How'd you do it?
Pretty much, I tried it 4 different ways after using the formula. I try to work it forward, try to work it backwards, and so then when I got kind of close to one of the answers, this one I didn't fully understand it.
Okay.
I'm looking at the Babe Ruth formula that they use for the Babe Ruth thing, and what you're saying makes sense, Mark. I see. I understand what you're saying.
The backwards and the forwards, yeah.
Yeah.
Because normally she says the base goes on the bottom, but in this case, because the base year, what we're looking for the base is 2010.
Yes.
That's where I go.
It makes sense.
Okay.
All right, so that one's C then.
Okay. I can do 19. If the nominal interest rate is 4% and the real interest rate negative 2.5%, then the inflation rate is, and I put B, negative 1.5%.
I got D on that one.
I got D.
Mm-hmm. And I don't have a way to show you my math, but I did the negative 2.5% on the left-hand side, then equals 4 minus X.
Right.
And then that's where I came up with the negative 1.5. So I'm guessing the 4 needed to go on the other side?
No, you wrote it out right, but so you have negative 2.5 equals 4 minus x. Then you have to subtract 4 from each side.
Uh-huh.
So then on the left-hand side, you get negative 2.5 minus 4, which is negative 6.5. And that equals negative x. Because you still have the minus in front of the x.
Wonder if I divided.
And then so you can get rid of the negative on both sides, so x equals 6.5.
Okay. I think I divided instead of added. Thank you.
Well, if you take 4 by itself, 4 minus 2.5, you get 1.5.
Yeah, I think I must have.
Lost a sign somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. Try to do it in my head, and that's where I go around. I should always use a calculator.
Right.
I can do 20 if you like.
Okay.
I suppose here the real interest rate was 6% and the inflation rate was 4%. And I got A, the dollar value of savings increased at 6% and the purchasing power savings increased 2%.
And I got B on that one.
I got D.
I got D as well.
Well, did something wrong then.
Let's see, how did I do this? 6. 6, and the inflation rate was 4, so 6 equals the nominal minus 4. So then the nominal equals 10%.
Right. That's basically what you're looking for there is your nominal.
Right.
So that's where that 10% comes in, and then you're going to subtract your inflation rate, and that's going to equal your decrease. It actually says that it's increasing 6%, but you're at 10%, and so you get 6% instead of another 10. That was confusing the way I explained it. Your purchasing power should be the same as your interest, but it's not because of your subtracting your inflation rate.
Right. So if my nominal's 10 and I'm subtracting my interest rate or my inflation was 4, and that gives me the 6.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's 10 is the savings increase, but the purchasing power is the 6. Right? So D?
Right. So the actual amount in her account went up 10%.
Oh.
Because the nominal, like Bob was saying, the nominal interest rate is 10%. So the dollar value of her savings increased by 10%.
So I just had the opposite.
Yeah, and then, like if you look at the example on 228 with the DVDs, like on the second part of that example, it says that at 6% inflation, then it says that, yeah, it's like that much. I don't know how to explain it. It says 6% inflation, so instead of being able to buy 100 DVDs, she can buy 104.
Right.
So if it's 4% instead of 6% inflation, then she'd be able to buy 106. I don't know if that makes any sense. But.
Yeah, when I read it, I thought I understood it, and it looks like I just picked the opposite. So I just put the 6 and the 10 in opposite positions rather than in D. So I think I just needed to read it again. So that works. I'm good with that.
That's kind of a tough one. The whole assignment.
Yeah, it took me a little bit longer than I thought it would.
Yeah.
So is everybody good with all our answers? Were there any more questions about anything, or?
Nope, you did wonderful. Everyone did a wonderful job explaining it, so thank you.
Thanks for the extra notes up there too. That helps too for me to visualize it.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
Hopefully they're right.
I'm good. Either way, it can't be as bad as my exam score, so it's all good. I think I just read too
I
fast.
understand that.
I think I understand it, and so I just read it and I assume, and I don't go back and check stuff. So that's all right.
I think I only read like the first part of the question and then instantly know where they're going at, and then actually miss the fine details at the end. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way. So,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
all right, guys. Thank you
Well,
for the
thanks
session.
again.
All right.
Until next time.
Yep. Same bat channel.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Bye.
See you later.
You guys have a good week.
You too, Bob.
You too.